Hi, and welcome to A Punk with Toys. My name is Lawrence, and today we're going to take a look at the Jada Street Fighter II Ryu. Now, I saw this at Target. I was already looking because of the Monday Night Enablers. Yes, that is your new name. The Monday Night Enablers helped me get a Chun-Li, which is now on pre-order, but you can't have a Chun-Li and not have someone to fight her, right? I mean, it is a two-player game. See, one player and two players. So I did see this at Target. They also had Fei Long. So there's the back of it. I'm going to quickly show you. There's the back of it. There's the three figures that are available, and here's all the players that are available. So someone in the comments did make a comment that they're going to be doing all the figures. PNC kind of made a comment that he's upset they're probably not going to get them all. I'm not sure. There is the side artwork of it, and then the other side. And again, like, let me mention, I was not a Street Fighter II fan. All my friends played, so I definitely went to the arcade, and then it came out on, it was on, I want to say, not PlayStation, Super Nintendo, because you got the big controller with the 6 buttons. I might be completely wrong. I don't remember. I do believe it was on Super Street Fighter came out. But anyway, I always like the figures. I mean, the characters, they do look cool. Honestly, I don't even remember Fei Long. Now, that is what's crazy. I remember Ken, Ryu, Blanco, Chun-Li, obviously, Bison. I remember a lot of these figures, but some of them I just don't. So anyway, that's beside the point. So the packaging is pretty cool. It's made to look like the Street Fighter. So you got both players, the 6 buttons. And if you remember, 6 buttons was crazy back then. It is a button masher, I guess, but here it is. It looks really good. Now, it's going to be interesting to see how Jada does their toys, how they fit, how they'll scale against, let's say, a classified, maybe a Valiverse, or other things like that, other figures that are 6 inches. So we will quickly take a look at that when we're done, but I really have no idea how this is going to be, but hopefully it's pretty cool. It looks nice. So anyway, let's get into this. Again, before we start, if you like the content, take a second, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification so you're notified anytime I drop a Street Fighter video, because the Chun-Li will be coming out because the Monday Night Enablers demanded it, and because of them, I had to order it. And again, I say that, but I really do appreciate all the people that watch the Monday Night Toy Rambling Show. I've talked enough about that, right? So let's get into this. There's nothing on the bottom. All right, guys, let's take a look at it. Okay, so as I normally do with a brand new figure that I've never had, I want to kind of show you how the presentation is. I should have shown you. I did try and take it out from the top, but he's not going to come out because of the display that kind of sits out there. So just open up from the bottom, slide it out. That is if you want to collect the box. If you don't collect the box, just throw it away. But it is a nice display. And again, even if you don't collect, the fact that they just do a wonderful presentation, it really does mean a lot to people. Again, presentation means so much. We've all had Chinese food. You ever look at the pictures up there? They always have this wonderful looking food. They're all stock pictures, and yet that food never looks the exact same now, does it? Alright, so things will just slide right out, and then on the back you have the computer generated. I'm assuming this is from the actual video game. So there's his, I don't know if it's his home, whatever it is. Alright, here's the figure, and you can look at him and you can just see that he is a bulky figure. That's okay. He is an action figure from a video game. So he's got 2 heads. Really soft. I can feel that already. Not that I'm complaining, just pointing that out. This is Fireball. The display stand is specifically for the Fireball, and then he has hands to do the, if I remember correctly, Hadouken! Right? I think a couple of them do the exact same ending move, or whatever you want to call it. So I'm going to throw this. Attempt to throw that back in there. while you're waiting here listening to all this racket, make sure you hit that like button. It helps every single content creator push out the video so everyone knows, hey, you know what? You like this guy. You know what? I'm not going to spend time doing that because you're watching a blank screen. Alright, so let's just look at the figure here. And look at him. He's got a different feel to him. Not a bad feel, but a little different. He feels kind of soft. Now, his gi here is a soft plastic, but I think it looks really nice, and it's nice and pliable. So you're going to be able to get him in different action poses where you're not going to have to worry about this causing a problem. I do like that. My guess is, if we go ahead and look at it, I'm going to guess that him and Fei Long use the same upper body, which is fine. That's how companies, make their money. They use repaints. All right, so, ooh, he is very stiff, but he has a weird feel. All right, so stiff arm there. So the joint is very stiff right there. Stiff to get up the shoulder. That one went up. So it has a really weird feel. It's like a pop. You can kind of hear it. But some parts are stiff. Like right here, this is stiff. I'm going to definitely heat this up. Hand pops out nice and easily. I think it's a pretty nice Jean-Claude Van Damme. No drop down hips, but again, he's able to get an almost perfect Jean-Claude Van Damme. How it's designed, which I'm perfectly fine with. I'm not a big fan of the drop down hips. He's got a thigh swivel, double knee joints, so he can almost kick his butt. Not having any issues here. There you have your ankle, just back and forth. The feet are nice and stiff. They do have pegs, so the question is how well will they stand? Well, I will say this, is when I have the Shang-Chi that I use as my quick kick in my G.I. Joe display, this is really tight, so I'm going to have to heat this up. So I'll do that after, because I think we can do more than enough. But that is one tight joint there. He's able to get up this way. He does have the butterfly cut. So a lot of times the butterfly cuts really don't do anything. This one, on the other hand, I think crosses over really nicely. So he is kind of a stiff figure, just quickly looking at him. But I think with a little bit of time and moving him around, he'll loosen up. So I like the pliable here, like how pliable this is. The hands seem to come off fairly easy. It's mostly hard plastic. It has a nice feel on the leg, so it looks more like a gi. Same with on the top of the gi right here. Head came off really easily. So looking at the face, paint apps look really good. His eyebrows, which go over his headband. Hair looks really nice. This is pliable and it's kind of stuck in, which I'm fine with. So it doesn't look like it will break. And the face is a really nice paint. This is crazy. Super 7, take note how a painted face actually makes the figure look better. And the first person to make a comment about how Brian Flynn said the next figures will come painted. Well, good for you. Sorry. So I'm trying to look at the teeth here. I can't tell if that's how they're supposed to be or if they're painted wrong. So they actually look really good, and I think it just might be the shading on it. So look at the teeth. He's clearly making a gritting face, which I think looks really nice. He kind of looks like a Vulcan right here. Again, hair looks good. It's over the bandana. The eyebrows run above it. but I really don't see any issues with the paint. There's no like overlapping. So nice first impression with these Jada figures here. Looking at his belt, it has some nice Japanese or Chinese writing. I'm not sure, so I'm not going to say which one it is. But it looks nice. It's nice and pliable. Once again, everything looks really good, and I'm sure we can take this off fairly easily. Not that I'm going to. It looks like, oh yeah, so just unbuttons right here. Comes off. Look at that. Yeah, so this just pops off, then you pop this off, and then you have a naked Ryu. So all in all, that looks extremely nice to begin with. And it pops on pretty easily. You take off one hand here, and let's see how easily this one goes on, and it's going to tilt up without a problem. So far, this is the only tight joint that I'm having. This one right here, connected here. And so they pop off nice and easy. They don't feel like they're gonna break. And, ouch, my hand is cramping up just a bit. All right, so they move up and down. They flex really nicely. Move this back here. We're gonna do a nice pose. His feet are really big, so we really shouldn't have any issues with him falling over. I mean, it is a big footprint, which is good. As I was mentioning about the Shang-Chi that I have, bare feet, no peg. For some odd reason, that figure stands so well. So here's the fireball. And there should be a hole somewhere. Well, you would think there's got to be some sort of hole to peg that thing in, right? Oh, wait a minute. Look, there's hands inside of it. So what am I missing here? All right. How do we get this open? Well, this is very interesting. It looks like it's like, they look like, I mean, there's hands in there. I don't know if there are some sort of instructions on how to open this up. Again, twist it. All right, we're going to stop this, and I'm going to try and figure this out, because maybe I'm absolutely crazy. Well, I am. That's a whole nother story right there. And then again, you guys are the ones watching me, so how crazy are you guys? All right, let's stop this for a second. Okay, I'm back. So after fighting with this, there is a hole right there. It's hard to see. It just kind of blends directly into it. I believe the hands are supposed to stay inside. I do not see how this opens up, because if you look, they are glued together, or they're just one piece, not glued together. They seem like they're one piece. Now, this is very pliable, so it makes it seem like it should be able to come out. So I'm assuming what this is supposed to be flying hands. Now, again, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not a huge Street Fighter fan, or at least I never was. Maybe it's supposed to be hands that are flying, so when you find that, again, it is so hard to see because of the glossiness. This is exactly how it goes. So you can put it at different heights, different ranges of where you want it. And, well, you know what? I'm not going to sit here and fight with it, but that's how it comes. So I think it looks really nice. It's going to be a lot of fun, a lot of posting. You can do some, again, once you get some more of the Street Fighters, you're going to have amazing displays. So we've seen them kick up. So look at that. That was quickly. I just kind of posed him. Again, big footprint. Again, no peg, no sticky tack. Again, going to the people that don't know how to pose their figures, just learn how to pose your figures. I feel like we're going to be able to get them in some really nice poses where they actually showed Again, I gotta fix that arm because I can't get in a pose like I want. Throw the fist back on. So these things do come off nice and easily. It looks really nice. I mean, the detail in it, I mean, that looks like a padded glove. If anyone has ever been in karate or any type of martial arts, that is what the padded gloves kind of look like, the texture. So, really nice. You can't complain too much. $25. You don't get an awful lot, but you do get 2 different hands. The 2 different head sculpts, I really do like this one. But that one looks pretty good, especially for fighting. And then you get the ball. And I really like this effect here, and that you have the hands inside of it. Again, I would have to do a little bit more research. But I like the fact that you have the stand, so it is up in the air. It's little details like that that can make or break a line. Street Fighter is huge. Same with like Mortal Kombat, but I can tell you this, my friends were more into this than Mortal Kombat. So, but just looking at the figure, the detail on the chest, it looks really nice. He does have what I refer to as the belly dancing instead of the ab crunch. I do like this better on most figures. He can look up and down. I pop this off. So the neck piece just kind of fits in there. Everything is just on this peg. And unfortunately, it's a small peg, so you can't use it for, let's say, a classified figure. You might be able to get some other figures on there. But all in all, pretty nice first reaction to this figure. So let's wrap this up. And I apologize. I did say we were going to compare him to some other 6-inch figures, and I completely forgot to. Though I did hit it with blow dryer really quick, and it loosened up seriously really quick. Now, what is deceiving about this figure, I do want to say that, is he feels like he's soft plastic, and that's is for me. I get that feeling because every time that you touch his gi, it feels soft. So you have this, your mind tells you that when you grab his arm and stuff, that it feels soft. And in actuality, it's not. This is the only thing that's soft and pliable. And I really do like this gi. It looks nice, and it's so pliable. Yet, I mean, it's thin enough that you can move him around, you can stretch it, but it's also not going to just stretch out of place unless you try it. I did notice kind of with the hands, they do seem a little loose, so that would be nice if that was tightened up. You can kind of see it kind of moves back and forth. Again, little nitpicks. First line, so hopefully they kind of fix it. This one looks good. Let's see if it's on the other hand, if it does the same thing. So yeah, this hand, it does the same thing. So I would say that it's something inside of the wrist. So, anyway, here is a Ryu. And let's grab some other figures here. So here's Destro from the Classified line. And he's a little bit bigger, taller, shall I say. Not nearly as wide. Kind of put him back to back. So the question is, was Ryu a smaller figure in the game? That I can't really tell you. Here is the Mezco Destro, which you can he definitely seems a little bit bigger. You put him back to back. You kind of see how tall he is. And pull off Storm Shadow really quick here. Kind of put Storm Shadow right next to him. And you can see he's much thinner, but again, I'm sitting straight up. So he's actually pretty close to Storm Shadow's height, which probably means that Storm Shadow is a little bit shorter than Destro. So all in all, I think they fit pretty well. Try not to knock everything over here. Quickly, we'll throw up a Valiverse, and as we know, they're all the exact same height, so it does not really matter. So he's the same right there. You can grab. Now this type of stuff. This is an AWOC figure. This is where you start going, you know what, these are the type that you can kind of mix and match and do fantasy stuff. So he fits with, you know, he's much smaller, but this is an ape, a monkey. So it's okay for them to be a little bit shorter. So the figures do seem a little bit on the shorter side, but not in a bad way that I think you can't mix and match. All right, so there you have it. That is my review of Ryu. The first time I've held one of these. I do like it. It doesn't feel awful. It feels good. I really do like the soft, pliable plastic. It's not soft goods. I think it works really well with this. The figures are solid. Again, the only heat I needed was right here. I kind of wish that this was a little bit tighter, but I've seen worse. But being that this is their first foray, I believe, into getting into some of these figures, I think it is really good. The butterfly is really good because you're going to need that to cross over. And this doesn't get in the way. Where there's a lot of other lines that have vests, and the butterfly is absolutely useless because this gets in the way. You almost have to take off the vest to get any type of use out of the butterfly. You don't need to do that with this, which is good considering he is a martial artist, so you don't really want to take that off. Or you can just go buy Fei Long. That would make more sense. But I do like all the stuff that it comes with. Again, leaving stuff like this or giving us stuff like this, and the fact that they just took a little bit of detail, a little bit of time to design it so you can do it at different angles is pretty cool. Gonna have some fun with that, doing some pictures. So $25. I did pick this up at Target, so you can go there. If you wait till they're in stock, Entertainment Earth, if you use my code APUNK, or just go to ee.toys/apunk. If it's in stock, you get 10% off anything that is in stock, and it does help support the channel. So anyway, that's it. My review of the Ryu. If you like Street Fighter, I would say you go out and get them. If you like action figures, if you like martial artists, get it. I think I'm gonna have some fun doing some pictures, right? Well, I'm gonna eat lunch and then I'm gonna do some pictures. Anyway, on the social media, on the socials, you know it, TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram, Apunk with Toys. Take a second, hit that like button over on Instagram. I am close, well, not close to 100. I'm coming up on 1,000, and listen, I have more than 1,000 people watching. I should have 1,000 people on Instagram. Anyway, I don't know why I'm rambling on. Oh, wait, because I'm the rambler. But anyway, that's it. If you liked the video, hit the like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification so you're notified anytime I drop another Jada Street Fighter toy. And again, we all know that Chun-Li is coming due to the Monday Night Enabler. So I'm going to get out of here, but don't go anywhere. Take a second. You know what? You like martial artists? Right up here, this is the Retro Storm Shadow. And then, I don't know, there'll be something else.